Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1970 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today is the day that we've designated to trade off all of our expiring contracts. We have a bunch of players that we want to get rid of. We are currently 11 games under 500, and we are not likely going to catch Oakland this season. In fact, we're closer to having the worst record in baseball than we are to being able to win our division. And so I think it's appropriate for us to consider selling off all of our players who have expiring contracts, whether they're free agents at the end of the year or maybe even players who are arbitration eligible at the end of the year. So it's a tough position to be in because it's not, it can be easy to make a trade that works in your favor, but often it's not. In fact, a lot of our players, if you look at our team lineup, for example, a lot of our players are below league average when it comes to their rating. League average is an 80. And you can see that our typical starting lineup versus right-handers, there's not one single player on our team in the lineup that is an 80 rating. And then we've got a player like Mike Hegan, who's in a walk year, who's got an 83 rating, and yet he can't even bat 200. And he hasn't hit a home run in a month and a half or 2 months. So I don't understand what ratings can mean, as the season progresses. I have no idea. We've already now seen Manny Sanguillen drop from an 80 to a 78. Jesus Alou has now dropped a point. So many of our players, I guess, getting to the heart of it all, are not really tradable players. Now, we can double up some of these guys, but it's like, hey, do you want, 2 shit sandwiches for the price of one? What a good deal, No, no one, this game is not going to fall for that. If you go and you scroll down and just look at our AAA players, not a lot of great options here either. In fact, some of these players, if we do our job right today and trade off some of the dead weight, this is what we have as an option to bring up to the majors. We're the best that we can hope for is that we can get 1 or maybe 2 elite level players by piling on some of this dreck. When our best trade chip is Mike Hegan, we can't really feel very good about that. Now, if you go further down our lineup here, you'll see that we have players that we've drafted in the last 2 years, in 1969 and, of course, the draft that just took place in our month of June. We have Greg Pryor, and then we have Sundberg, Parker, Danny Meyer, Mitchell Page, and Reggie Walton. So they all have a future in our sim. The only player that I would consider trading of this group might be Greg Pryor. He would be eligible to be traded. We don't have him on the trading block. I'm really hoping that we don't have to trade him. But if we have to throw in one of our youngest players in order to sweeten a deal to get Reggie Jackson, then that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's just take a moment here and look at the expiring contracts. This is probably going to be a long video, folks. Now, if you're not a regular viewer, this may not have any interest to you at all. If you're someone who plays Baseball Mogul regularly, I'm sure that you're going to appreciate the effort that it takes to do something like this. It can be such a frustrating aspect of this game, but it's also sometimes the most rewarding to get rid of some of your dead weight and then maybe help build your team for the future. The actual trade deadline isn't until the end of the month, May 31st. I'm just arbitrarily choosing today, the day after the All-Star game is over and prior to the start of the White Sox series, to maybe revamp our lineup and get rid of some of the dreck, okay? So let's take a look at the expiring contracts. These are the players who are whose contracts are up at the end of the year. You can look at their stats if you like, and you can look at their WAR, which is what I mostly judge players on now. These are not players who are arbitration eligible. That is a separate category, and we will look at that momentarily. But yes, we will try to get rid of Gene Brabender. We will try to get rid of Bill Robinson. There's no point in trying to get rid of Gary Sutherland. One, we can use him. Two, he's got a 67 rating, and no one's going to want him, even as a throw-in. Plus, he's not making very much money. Yes, we will try to get rid of Jerry Stevenson. Fred Gladding is making no money, and he's rated as 71. I don't know who would take him, and he's doing a good job for us. Mark Belanger, we traded for him earlier this year. I like his defense, but that's all he has to offer. He hasn't really helped us much at all. And Jesus Alou was a free agent signing in the middle of our season, who helped us at first, but now has kind of fallen off. In fact, he's got a negative WAR. If we look at our arbitration cases, where's all of our guys? Where's our guys? Okay, look at our 40-man roster, and we'll wipe this out a little bit further. Arbitration, we have Mike Hegan. He will absolutely be gone. Somehow, some way, we will get rid of him. We have Ramon Hernandez, who we just signed. Okay, not a big deal either way. Is that it? Oh, it's not showing Ricky Clark, who is on the disabled list, or the IL. He is also arbitration eligible at the end of the year. He might be our hottest ticket because he does have an 85 rating, and at least that's something, right? Somebody's going to want that, and he's done nothing for us but get injured 3 times this season since we traded for him. So that's who we have to try to get rid of. Now, just looking really quick. Yes, would I get rid of Tommy Agee? Of course I would. Van Kelly, of course. Darren Johnson and Joe Pepitone, I would not, unless we absolutely have to. Bill Robinson, gone, as far as I'm concerned. Aurelio Rodriguez, I'd like to keep him defensively, but he's really a defensive replacement. I wouldn't have him as a regular third baseman. Duffy Dyer, we don't know that much about him. He's only been recently called up, not really getting it done. This is their total stats for the year that you're seeing here. Rich Rollins, he's got 2 more years under contract. I don't think he's tradable, but I don't know. Manny Seguin, he stopped throwing runners out. You look at his fielding, he was at 55%, and now he's back to a normal 38%. I mean, is the game going to switch gears on him? I don't know. And then anybody in the minor leagues, other than our draftees, we can trade. And then any pitcher, every pitcher, I have no problem getting rid of these guys. The only exception would be Dick Ruthven and Dennis Leonard, who we drafted last year. In fact, one of these guys might actually get it to the majors in September. And then all the players that we drafted this draft period are ineligible to be traded. You have to be 1 full year in the major, or in the game system before you can be traded. So they won't be able to be traded until June of next year, if that were the case. Okay, so all these guys can go for all I care. Okay. If they got a check mark, that means they're on a major league deal. That's what that means, in case you didn't know. That's just my way of notating that for my own purposes of sending someone to the minors and bringing them back up. Okay, yammering on, and if you play this game and you don't already know that, that's basically how it is. And when you have an expansion team like we have that started last year, we just don't have a lot to work with. Plus, we went to the playoffs last year, and we had to be aggressive in trading away some of our possible future talent to make a team that might actually make a run at the World Series, which we did. It was the right thing to do, but unfortunately, it's left us with our cupboard bare. Okay, let me just tell you really quick who we are targeting potentially. I've made a list. I'm as prepared as I can be. I have not tested any of these things. I have no idea if we'll even be successful in making one trade. But these are the players that I've targeted who are listed by the game as being on the block or might trade, which is the other option. And so we want to target players that we know we have a chance at getting, okay? Otherwise, what's the point? We're wasting time, right? So Bobby Tolan, left fielder, made the All-Star team this year for Cincinnati. Jose Cardinal, center fielder for Cleveland. Dave Boswell, pitcher for Minnesota. Rusty Staub, right fielder for Montreal. Reggie Jackson, right fielder for Oakland. He's going to be our first intentional target. Bert Campaneris, shortstop at Oakland. Joe Coleman, pitcher for Washington. Carlton Fisk, Ben Ogilvie, and Jim Lonborg for Boston. Mickey Lolich from my Detroit Tigers. Louis Tiant from Cleveland. Raleigh Fingers from Oakland. We've got Rod Carew at first baseman, Minnesota. Jose Cardinal, he's going to be our second player we're going after. Left fielder for St. Louis. Bake McBride, center fielder for St. Louis. They're both in the minor leagues. Bert Blyleven, pitcher for St. Louis. Carl Morton for Montreal, pitcher. Fergie Jenkins for the Cubbies. He made the All-Star team for the last place Cubs. And actually Pete Rose for the Reds. Okay. So that doesn't mean I won't be going after other potential players if they make themselves known, but we will go and try to trade for. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this in a different way. First of all, I think it's important for me to show you all what the game thinks the value is for our players that we want to trade, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at Mike Keegan, who could be a valuable asset based on his ratings. Let's go ahead and add him and see what trade offers there are out there for Mike Keegan. I'm looking for any player. We could pick a position. Normally I would pick prospects, but is there anybody out there willing to trade for Mike Keegan? Let's get offers. Well, there you go. The Dodgers are willing to trade Ted Sizemore, Mel Queen from Cincinnati, Wade Blasingame, starting pitcher for Houston, Bucky Brandon and Dave Robinson for San Diego, and Manny Jimenez. And you can see down here their age and their rating. Ted Sizemore is an 80, Mel Queen's a 79, Blasingame's a 77. You see the two players here are 77 and 76. And the Cubbies, Manny Jimenez is 78, but he's age 31. There's no point in us trading for older players. We're going to try to build the team, from its youth. So, hypothetically, let's take a look at Ted Sizemore, a second baseman. Could we use a second baseman? Sure we could. He's arbitration eligible in a couple of years, so that's going to be nice for us. And as you can see, he played in 1969, and in 1970, he won the Topps Gold Cup. So his 1969 season must have been pretty good for the Dodgers to get that cup on his baseball card. He hasn't done much in the majors in our sim, but he appears to be a good player. He's very good defensively. In fact, he's excellent defensively, with 80 being the average. He's only 25 years old, and he doesn't hit poorly. In fact, he can hit and run. I mean, this is a great trade. Now, we don't want to I will make a written note of this here on my little scratch pad that Keegan for Sizemore sounds pretty good to me, but I think we want Reggie Jackson. I want Reggie Jackson. Also, maybe we can lowball later the Dodgers for Sizemore by trading them someone who's an 88. I'm sorry, someone who's an 80 and not an 83 or 84 max. Right? Okay. So that's what we could get for Mike Hegan. Okay, let's look at Bill Robinson. Take away Hegan. Add Billy Boy. Billy. Nothing. Nobody wants him. And he's 27 with a 75 rating, maximum 77. And he's in the last year of his deal, so he's going to want money to stick around. So why would they want a player like that? And that's what we're going to find out about nearly every player that we're going to attempt to trade here. What about giving us a prospect, even if they're poop? Nope. Nobody wants Bill Robinson. Okay. So let's try, Jesus Alou, no one's going to want him. Mark Belanger, 26-year-old, slick fielding shortstop, nobody wants him. He's got a 74 rating. He's probably never going to get higher than that. Gary Sutherland, no one wants a 67. He only bats versus lefties, and he does a good job. So we have no complaints there. Scrolling, these are all our hitters through the minors. Okay, so, crap. Let's go ahead and get to the pitchers here. Gene Brabender, a 78 now. He's dropped from an 80 to a 78. Well, he went to a 77, now back up to a 78. Who would want him? Oh, the Padres would offer us someone named Bucky Brandon. He's 30 years old. He's actually older than Brabender. That's a no. So, like, basically what this is telling me is that Brabender has to be a player added on, to with another player to try to get anybody that might be of value. Jerry Stevenson, nobody wants Stevenson. You see my problem here, right? No one's going to want Ramon. No one's going to want Gladding. Okay, and here's our best hope. Ricky Clark. Okay, Pittsburgh would give us 3 players. They would give us Dave Campbell, first baseman, second baseman, good old Soup Campbell. We got Bo Belinsky, who's already 33, and Chuck Hartenstein, who's 28, relief pitcher. So we'd be getting rid of a starting pitcher, not getting a starting pitcher back. That would not be helpful, and none of these guys are even an 80 rating. That would just be adding to what we already have, which is a bunch of crap. Now, Wally Bunker, here's a good deal. I mean, potentially. Wally Bunker, age 25, has an 82 rating. That's equal to Clark. Let's see what he looks like. He's been pitching for a long time. Oh, we've talked about him in our deep dive. Not having a very good year. He doesn't walk more than he strikes out. That's always a plus. I mean, opponent's batting average is good. I don't know what his future in the major leagues was. I believe he didn't last but maybe one more year in the majors. But he's got a fastball and a sinker that's close. A couple other garbage pitches. 82 rating. I mean, that doesn't really help us in the way we want it to. We want to have Ricky Clark. So let's say, what if we take our 2 best players? Let's see here. What if we take Mike Hegan and Ricky Clark, who's injured, so he's not going to help anybody anytime soon. Who can we get for those 2 guys? Rusty Staub. Now, Rusty Staub is on my list, and we like Rusty Staub a lot, right? I mean, the guy is in the Hall of Very Good. he's going to want money. I'll pay for anything at this point. He's okay defensively, but not great. And he's got a bunch of other good batting ratings. So I'm going to make a note for Rusty, Keegan, and Clark for Rusty. So, I mean, is Hegan for Sizemore better than Hegan and Clark for Rusty? I mean, I don't know. But maybe we could try to get them to throw somebody else in on that too, you know? That might be, you know, we might even throw a third person in on that deal and try to get a starting pitcher. Okay, so that's, I mean, I don't know how else to illustrate it, that we've got really nothing to offer. But we're going to try and go after our number one target from within the division, which is always sort of an iffy proposition, and that is Reggie Jackson. Now, we need a starting pitcher more than we need anything, but we're not going to solve our starting pitcher issue in 1 year. You know, if we keep either Brabender or Stevenson, then at least we've got one or two guys that we can go with until Ruthven and Dennis Leonard are ready. Okay, so let's see. We want Reggie Jackson. Reggie's been demoted to AAA because they traded for Hank Aaron. He's only 24 years old. They traded for Hank Aaron, and they'd rather platoon Champ Summers and Hank Aaron. I mean, whatever. Okay, they want an established reliever, a starting second baseman, or an established starting pitcher. Pardon me, let me grab a little drink here. All right. All right, thank you. All right. So, well, let's try giving them what they want. Now, established, I mean, let's just say, hey, they're in our rotation. What's Reggie earning? I mean, minor league money. Chump change. Okay, so let's give them the better of the two rating-wise and the younger. Let's give him Jerry, and let's give him Miguel Fuentes. Our closer, young, good rating, actually dead in real life, but he's going to be part of the team for a while. Let's submit the offer and see what they say. I've seen your roster. This is really your best offer. Okay, you don't have to be a dick about it. Let's see. Can we get a counter offer? Oh, anybody. Maybe they just don't even want us to trade. Okay, well, you know what? We're not done. They want a second baseman. We do too. We do too. Now, we've got Van Kelly. And Gary Sutherland. Do we have a second base? Well, we talked about Greg Pryor. Let's look at his scouting. He can play short. Well, third base is he play anywhere in the infield. Maybe not second base, but he's so good defensively. I'm actually reluctant to trade him, but what if we put him in there? How do you feel about that? I've seen better deals at your mom's house. Wow. That seems angry. It's an angry badger. Okay, Okay, can we offer him one more thing? One more thing. We're not giving up any of those guys. What about Lou? Oh my gosh. Okay, not Lou. Well, I mean, Mike Hegan is our only other trade chip. That's not a deal. It's highway robbery. I don't understand. I mean, we are throwing in a lot of players who are going to want more money. That may be the problem. The other thing is we could wait for Reggie Jackson to be cut and maybe be a free agent, and we could sign him. That may be the other way to go. Damn it. I don't know what else to do here. Well, if we take out Pryor, and we added, where are we? Let's see. Sorry, this is the way the video is going to go the whole time. So, what about Mitchell Page? Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess we just don't have anybody that they want. And that's tough because I would love to have Reggie, but I just don't think we have the tool. And this is going to be the problem. We just don't have the tools to work with here. So that's frustrating. Campy is the same rating as Mark Belanger, and he's 2 years older, and he has a lot of speed. Since we're right here, can we trade? Where is he at? Did I miss him? Is he on the bench? Can we trade Belanger for Campaneris? With a little more cash to offset the salary. What? We're taking on all the money. God, this is annoying. Let's see. What if we threw in an Alou? Oop. Huh. I am really basically just trying to get rid of players that cannot help us. What's Bert Campaneris' defense? It's all right. Yeah. I mean, he's just a good hitter, even though his ratings don't show that. Okay, so this was a bust, right? I mean, I just don't see how else we can, how else we can get Reggie Jackson. I mean, we could probably get Bert Campaneris, but, I mean, do we really want him that badly? We'll make a mental note. Okay, so we're moving on. Next on my list of players that I would like to try to get is Jose Cruz from St. Louis. Now, when you see this guy, I believe he's also in the minor leagues. Have I already missed him? Come on. Let's see here. There he is. Okay. There's Jose Cruz. Only can really play left field. That's fine. Great hitter, very good hitter. Not good arm, but he's got good range in left field. His health is good. Like, this is a player that could help us immediately. Even though he didn't make it to the majors until 1971, I think we could use him now. He's in the AAA. They might trade him. Let's see. What do they want? They want a closer and a reliever. Hey, we got those. So, let's go ahead and take a look at Dirty Fuentes. Here he is. What about a 1-for-1? Oh my gosh. All right. And then we can add Dick Bainey's got an 80. Holy cow. Maybe we could fool him with a little Dick Bainey. Oh, come on, man. This is not fair. Like, they're not even entertaining our offer. Okay, so Dick Bainey. We're going to go right to Skippy. Skipper. Come on. This is more than fair. Okay, Mike Hegan. Seems fair, but not fair enough. What if I throw in a wad of bills from my pocket? Oh, I don't know. I think I might have screwed that up when in prepping, but I'm not going to change it now in the midstream. Okay, you want something else? We've got something else. What about John Morris? We have him in the minor leagues. What about that? There's 480 players for Jose Cruz. Yes! Now, do we want to do it? Is this something we really want to do? Look, I like Jose Cruz. He's an underrated player from this era. I think the game has him rated properly. I think he will be valuable to us. We've got to get rid of Robinson so that Pepitone can go play right field and Jose Cruz can be in left. So that's the problem. We're going to have to find a way to get rid of Robinson. Now, can we dump a schlub? We're going to play dump a schlub. You can play at home. Is there a schlub that we can dump? We definitely don't need Jesus Alou. If we dump a schlub, can we benefit from that? Oh, they're not fooled by the schlub dumping. All right. What do you think? I think we should be grateful that we can get this. Is this better? Yeah. Okay. Is this better than going to get a starting pitcher with this group of schlubs? I mean, Dave Boswell, Joe Coleman, Jim Lonborg, Mickey Lolich, Louis Tiant. Maybe we look at Louis next. I think we're going to do this. Look, can we see if we can't get someone thrown in, like a reliever in return? Because we're probably going to need somebody. Even somebody Schlubbersons. Let's see here. Well, Joe Horner. It'd have to be somebody low rated because we can't really tip the scales too much. What about Joe Horner? Well, what about him? Let's take a look at him. Oh! That guy is painful. He's got a sinking fastball. That's it. just our type. And he is a free agent at the end of the year, so we can feel free to let him go. Will they trade him? No. Okay, so we have no wiggle room here at all. Okay, that's fine. Look, we are going to do this deal. Let's just recap. Miguel Fuentes, we're not tied to him. He hasn't been a great closer for us. Skip Lockwood was awesome last year, and this year he's been unable to get anybody out. Mike Hegan can't bat 200, and John Morris was doing so bad. He actually had 13 and a third scoreless innings to start the season, and then he could not get one more person out at all before we sent him to the minors. So I have no problem watching these people go. My only concern is we're letting 4 of our 80 guys go for the future of Jose Cruz, and I think that makes sense. Jose Cruz will, right away, be our biggest name player that we have on our team. That's not a single A player, like Dave Parker's awesome, and he doesn't get in the way of Dave Parker. Dave Parker can play right field, so that that makes sense too. Do we have somebody in the minors that's going to play left? Damn it. Not Mitchell Page. I'm not worried about. Okay. No, we're fine. Okay. We're doing it. It's a done deal. We done did it. Wait, what? Wait, you just loved that deal a minute ago. No, you just loved it. What did I do wrong? What? Was it because I said no? That's crap. Now I'm all excited about it. Now, oh no, do I have to give him somebody else? Okay, well, what about Bill Robinson? Hell, we got to get rid of him anyway. You dick. I hate guys that look like that. All right. Damn it, that's not fair. What a jerk. I kind of want to play her, but then they won't take it, and then we'll have to add somebody else. We've done all this work. We're doing this deal right now. Damn it. All right. Okay, let's take a look at our team, because we got problems here. Where's Jose Cruz? There he is. Okay. So, not Mitchell Page. Mitchell Page will go back to single A ball. All right. What a jerk. Okay, so Pepitone will go to right. Oh, there's Dave Parker, too. We're not ready for Dave Parker. He's at 81. But, Dave Parker is only 19 years old. And he wasn't in the majors until 1973. That's his 74 card. So, he's not ready. Maybe spring training. But not now. We're not going to start his arbitration clock. Okay, let's just bring up Wayne Comer here. And we'll send him back down to single A. There we go. That's not the lineup, but we just got to see who fits where. Oh, now we can't play right field? 79, same as Robinson, so we're not gonna sweat it. Okay. Manny Sangame will be our catcher. Wow. And then our pitchers. It's like every schlub for himself right now. That's mostly right. Okay. Well, we got Jose Cruz. I'm scratching him off. Totally scratched. And on my list, we got rid of Bill Robinson. We got rid of Mike Keegan. And that's it. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we got to try to go for a pitcher here. And we still have Clark to work with. So, let's look at Louis Tiant first. We had, I think, Julio L. had mentioned that to go after Tiant. I agree. Tiant is on Clevetown. I don't know what his rating is, but he was available. There he is. 82. That is so reasonable. And he's not making much money. And he's under contract for 2 more years after this year. Let's look at him. Okay, he's having a little bit of an off year. We know he has a long, storied career. He's got a bunch of pitches. Most of these I would just erase. Like, he doesn't need to throw a knuckleball. Just go with your 3 best pitches. But if I delete them, like I want to go into the edit player and just zero them out, will all of a sudden he start, giving up 50 runs per game? I don't know if it'll just glitch the game. Okay, but we do like him. He's got a reasonable rating. So let's try to bait him with Stevens. We're going to do... Why do with 2 what you can do with 1? Let's see if Ricky Clark for Louis Tiant seems fair. No. Because he's injured and because he's arbitration eligible. That might be the drawback with Ricky Clark. Okay, let's just take him off, actually. So, they want a shortstop, a starting pitcher, a closer, and a reliever, are the things that they're looking for. Okay. Let's see. Scrolling down. Where are you at, little schlubbies? Somebody here. Gosh, we just have nobody. What about Greg Pryor? That one's actually funny. The only way I'll approve that deal is if you turn on commissioner mode. Commissioner mode, every deal goes, so commissioner mode. That's funny. I mean, okay, fine. All right. Okay, so we're going to have to double down. And what if we give him dig weights and Jerry Stevenson's got the better rating, and he's younger, and he's cheaper. God darn it. Why do they make this so difficult? Okay, you know what? Let's just stop screwing around. Let's do Ricky Clark and Jerry Stevenson. No? Let's do Ricky Clark and Drew Brees. No. Let's do Ricky Clark and Dick Bainey with an 80. That's close. Give me a tad more to work with. Okay. What about Ray Peters, who we only signed off the free agent wire because we had nobody else? We were trying to fill up our spots. These 3-for-1 and 5-for-1 deals really are killing our minor league system, though. Well, all right. Then you're not getting him. Okay, well, what about what if we put 2 Dicks in there? Dick Bainey and Dick Bates. Come on, man, that's just not fair. I mean, it's Louis Tiant. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame even. Oh man. I mean, Lou Pinella's lost his job. Would they take Lou? No. Would they take Bocabella? No. They say add a good player, but I don't know what that means to the game. Oh, can we get a counter offer? I don't think that works. I mean, we're trying to work within. What about Duffy Dyer? No. Do we have any schlub with a good rating? What about this Tom Ragland with a 74? No. A chunk of cash. I would, but the game won't let me. I mean, Mitchell Page? Because he is technically a DH. And the only reason that I drafted him is because he had a really high rating. No one had drafted him yet. And I thought I could use him as a trade chip. It's kind of soon. I mean, come on. Is the game not looking at the potential for the schlubs? Schlub-tential? I can't. I don't know. Like, have we already shot our shot? You know? Okay. Maybe Louis Tiant's just not the guy. I don't see another. Well, okay. What about Mean Gene? They won't even take Mean Gene. Okay. Screw it. Screw them. Let's clear the offer. All right. Okay, well, let's go to a different team. Let's go to Minnesota's Dave Boswell. What is his rating? Boswell. There he is. Oh, an 87. But he's making a ton of money. I bet they would love to get that contract off their books. Okay. Let's go right for all the good ones. Let's see how many we can stack. We're going to stack them. We're going to stack some cash right here. Okay. We have no hitters left to offer. Okay. We're going to give you Mean Gene. No. We'll go cheaper and better and younger. We're going to go Jerry Stevenson. We're going to go the 2 Dicks. Wait, did I miss one? Dick and Dick. And Ricky. Ricky be Ricky. Come on. Go for it. You think we're making progress? Look at the ages. These are young guys. What else do they want? Man, that is... Come on. I mean, are we trading our entire starting rotation? No. Okay, what about Greg Pryor? What about Mitchell Page? Let's turn the page. Okay, what about... Let's look at Greg Pryor. Oh, come on. I mean, what else do we have? Let's see. Man, this team is going to be bad when we're done with this. But this is kind of what you got to do to revamp the team. The rest of this season is going to be hard. What about Riddleberger? I won't have him to pick on anymore. Okay, what if we went to just like a bunch of schlubs? What about Fred Gladding and Ramon and Jack DeLauro? These are all guys we just picked up. They won't even do that. I mean, they're smart. That's a smart move. I mean, this is just... We're not going to be able to make this deal happen. We don't have anybody else that I'm not trading our two future starting pitchers, Ruthven and Dennis Leonard, part of our first draft class. And I'm not going to trade Dave Parker or Jim Sundberg. What if I did throw in Jim Sundberg? Oh, you bitch. They want Jimmy Sundberg. No. Nope. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Can I do it? I don't care about the two dicks. Ricky Clark is already guaranteed to get injured. So we're really just trading... If you really want to just break it down, we're really only trading Jim Sundberg for Dave Boswell. Is trading Jim Sundberg for Dave Boswell the right deal? Everybody else is just incidental in my mind. Forget about the ratings. Forget about the names. It really just comes down to Jim Sundberg for Dave Boswell. If I can convince myself that that's the case, then I think we can do this deal, right? Wouldn't you like to have Dave Boswell as your ace? I think we're going to do it. Oh, gosh. We have just gotten rid of 10 players for 2. We did it. Oh, no. What have we done? Immediate buyer's remorse. Oh, crap. Let's look at our team here. Oh, what have we done? The thing is, we have so many schlubs. We're going to have to go and get a free agent catcher. Like just some young guy to get on the team here. So it really doesn't change our lineup at all. It just myrtleizes our rotation, though. Oh my gosh, we have less players in Baltimore in our pitching minor leagues. Okay. Dave Boswell, Mean Gene. We got Bruce, John Gelnar, and Camilo Pascual. That is who we're looking at right now. Fred Gladding will have to be our closer. He actually was in real life in this year. Well, yeah, we're not putting in Ruthven. Wow, we got so many lefties. I guess Gary Timberlake. And I guess Ray Peters for... Oh, Gary Timberlake's a lefty. Yeah, brother. We have some real problems here. I guess we can go to 11. There we go. But we don't have enough righties in the pen. Okay, we have to see if we can't... Oh, do we make Ron Locke a starter? Are any of these guys capable of starting? Preferably a 60 endurance or more. Nope. Oh, Ray Peters, potentially. But he's a right-hander. We can't do those guys. And we can't do these guys because we just drafted them. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we have to see if we can't try to trade. Okay. All that's left to do. Okay. This is all that's left to do. Is go to the trading block and offer up people for relievers. Okay, so we need relief pitchers. Who you got? Who are your guys? Let's see. Yeah, Wayne Comer. We would trade him for a relief pitcher. Nobody. All right. Wait, did I add him? Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Well, Wayne Comer. What does Wayne Comer have to offer? He could play all outfield positions. Not well. And he can't really hit. He has a cool baseball card. Real cool baseball card. I like that one a lot. And he's a little bitch. You see him crying there? Okay. All right. I got no problem trading him. Chicago was offering us Earl Stevenson. Not a left-hander, though. We can't have a lefty. St. Louis wants to give us back John Morris. Oh, he's an 80 rating now, though. That's actually a good deal. And Bucky Brandon is old enough to be Wayne Comer's dad. But actually, he's a right-hander. Let's find out about Bucky. The old Buck. Oh, he's got a pilot's card already. He was out of baseball then, apparently. He's bad. That's going to fit right in. Oh, he's really bad. I mean, he's got a fastball still, and it's okay. Man, I guess that's what we have to do with him. We got to trade a Wayne Comer for a Bucky Brandon. I really don't have a problem doing that. We definitely need to have a right-handed pitcher, and he's arbitration eligible at the end of the year, so we could just get rid of him. So I think that's what we have to do. I have no problem with this. Submit offer. We're doing it this way instead of just fishing because it's just easier, you know. It's going to get messed up here a little bit. Can we get anybody for Jesus Alou? No. So we're stuck with that guy. What can we get anything for Mark Belanger? No. Untradeable. I know we can't get anybody for Gary Sutherland. That's okay. We like Gary Sutherland, even though he's not rated well. Okay, let's look at our minor league guys here, and let's see if we can't just get anybody for anybody. Nope. Nobody wants Gary Justad. What about Steve Whitaker? No. What about Gary Holman? No. What about Johnny Jeter? I thought he was actually going to help us. No. What about Sweet Lou Piniella? Oh, Ron Herbal Tea. Let's look at Herbal Tea. Is he a right-hander? Yes. He's got sexy specs. Oh, he's, well, 9 2/3 innings. He's a 73. I mean, I think we got to do that. Sorry, Lou. Bye-bye. That's a good deal. Okay. Jerry DeVannen. I think we're going to hang on to him. I just feel like he can help us. Remy Hermoso. No. John Bocabella. I don't really want to trade him. Okay, good. Because nobody wants him. What about Don Bosch? He helped us out last year. Wait, he's got good defensive? Okay, yeah, he's going to be our fourth outfielder. So we're not going to trade him. Well, does anybody want him? Nerp. Okay, that's fine. He'll be our fourth outfielder. Mike straight out of Compton? No. Fred Stanley helps you do things right? Earl Stevenson, he's a lefty, right? He's young, though. Let's take a look at him. Oh, that guy. Okay. I mean, it's not horrible. It's got no power. It's got a little sissy arm. He's doesn't have a pitch that you can use. I mean, this is not a bad guy to have in your AA system, but he's not a guy that can help us right now. Fred Stanley will never help us. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Greg Pryor, we're not trading. What about Tom Ragland? Nobody. All right. Fred Kendall? Jenner? Yep. All right. And then these guys we're not trading. And then we cannot trade any of these guys because we need them all. Well, okay. So let's just take stock here. Boswell, we'll sign him to another contract. What does he want? $1 billion? He wants a long-term deal. He's age 25. That's fine. And he wants 25% raise, basically. 20% raise. Do we just go ahead and give him that money now and get it out of the way? Because he's only going to want more later. Can we lowball him? That's my middle name, is Lowballs. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get 4 years. $850. And he wants an extra year. He wants an option. I'll give you an option. Your option is you pitch or you're gone. Okay, yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you 5 years. He'll be 30. Oh, wait, now you don't want it? I gave you what you wanted? Oh, I'm sorry. We have to accept their offer. So they want $1,000 more and the extra year as a player option. I have no problem with that. Oh, and no trade clause. That's fine too. Okay, so we've got Dave Boswell locked up. Mean Gene, we're not going to, we're just going to have to lose him at the end of the year. Gary Sutherland, fine. What does he want for one more year? He's earned it. He's played well. He's terrible, but I'll give him another year if he wants another year. At 52, there we What does he make now? You give us a hometown discount? That means playing again at the same price. That's my definition. I'll give you a couple $1,000. Get your baby mama something. No. Okay, now he wants to build. No, not happening. Sign him off the free agent market. Gladding, Belanger, I don't care. Ron Herbal T, I don't care. Yeah, these guys I don't care. Okay. Great. And then, oh, actually, we need to do this one last thing here. Sortable stance. Entire organization. So, all right. So these are the players we have actually under contract right now. We got Boswell, Rich Rahl, Tommy, Camillo, Joe Pepitone, Darren Johnson. Everybody else will probably be gone at the end of the year. Not to say we won't re-sign them, or maybe if they give us a deal at the end of the year, we can renegotiate. And then we've got Ramon and Bucky. I mean, I think that's it. I don't know what else we can do. We got 2 top flight players. The only thing left to do is put together a lineup. And so we could do that real quick. And we'll do, we could do this on screen during the recording here. Why not? Third base, these are all the same. He's in right field, left field, first base, second base versus lefties, and Tommy Agee in center. Yeah, those guys are good. And no, we need, we're going to call up Don Bosch. He can play everywhere. Dave Parker goes to single A. And then we need Jerry Devannon, right? Jerry Devannon coming at you. Okay, there we go. I mean, I could mix this up a little bit, but that's essentially what we're going to be going with for the rest of the year, assuming nobody gets injured. It could be worse. Actually, Jose Cruz, with his speed, he might just become our leadoff hitter, right? That's the way to go. Van Kelly knows how to take a walk. Joey Pep. Like that. That's probably what we're going to do. Okay. Pitching. Oh, boy. This is our rotation. That's all there is to it. Now, we did go out and get all those other guys. Leonard is in. You got to get these guys back where they belong. They're in double A's. They're all double A's. Did I move Timberlake to triple A? No. Okay. So then we got Ron Herbicide. What are we gonna do? Okay, we're not. Yeah, no Ray Peters, and Bucky Brandon will replace Jack DeLaurel. Oh my gosh, this is bad. All right, Riddleberger will be the lefty setup. Ramon has been okay. Ron Herbal. Oh my gosh. That's our bull. We're in trouble. I really feel bad for Dave Boswell. Boswell is a major league contract, so we give him that. Is Bucky Brandon? No, that's good. And Ron Herbal T? Yes. So Ron Herbal T cannot be sent down to the minors without being released. And Ray Peters goes back to double A. Yeah. That's it. Oh, Earl Stevenson. I forgot about Earl. We're going to give him the automatic upgrade to double A. Okay. Wow. Folks, that's our team. That's all there is. We have no one else we can trade to get anything. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I'm very happy to have Jose Cruz. I'm pleased to have Dave Boswell. We patched our bullpen for now. It's going to get brutal. We're going to lose 100 games probably. We're going to save our game. And that's all I have for this episode. I mean, a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. I'm sorry. I realize that you have to have a certain disposition to probably watch a video like this. And so if you are that person, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. If you did not watch the All-Star game yesterday, it was a lot of fun. You should take the time to watch that. And I guess we will be back tomorrow to play the first game after the All-Star break against the White Sox. It's going to be a Greg Ballo versus Dave Boswell, because I believe everybody is healthy. Am I right? Is there anybody tired? Anybody? Yeah, everybody's ready to go. So yeah, our number one starter coming out will be Dave Boswell. And I'll have to resave that, so I'll do that momentarily. Oh, do you know what? I want to take a look at what happened to our players going to the other team. So, where are we at here? To St. Louis. So what did St. Louis do with all of our players? Did any of them make the lineup? Mike Hegan is going to be their starting first baseman. Who got screwed on that? I don't know. And it looks like Bill Robinson is in the minors. Oh, man, Bake McBride. Oh, salivating. We might come back for him next year. Okay, and then anybody else in the minors here? No. And then the pitchers. Nobody. We just schlubbed them up good. Where's our schlubbies down here? There's Miguel. And Skippy are in Double-A. And John Morris is in Triple-A. What? I mean, see, I mean, like that's basically we traded Jose Cruz for Mike Hegan. That's a deal you do every day, right? Because, I mean, it's a starting player for a starting player. Let's take a look at Minnesota and see what they did with our players. All right. In the lineup, I mean, they've already got problems. I mean, I don't see anybody here. Did we just give them all pitchers? Oh, Sundberg. Yeah, that's going to come back to haunt us in our division. He's in a Single-A. That's where he should be. You had to get Sundberg to make that happen. Okay. And then the pitchers. Jerry Stevenson is going to be their number 3 starter. He's going to throw a complete game shutout versus us. You know that's happening. And then the Dicks are in Double-A. And then they have Ricky Clark, along with all their other injured starting pitchers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got 2 pitchers injured for a year. So even though Ricky Clark is injured, he will help them out at some point. So Dave Goltz will take over for Boswell. Lou Piniella going to San Francisco. Did Lou get a job in the majors? Nope. Where is he? Oh, AAA. And then the other one was San Diego Padres. Who was that we traded? Oh, Wayne Comer. Yeah, there we go. He's on the bench. That's good. Happy for Wayne Comer. Fred Stanley goes to Chicago. That's the only other deal, and I'm sure that he's in the minors, but we'll just take a look. Stanley. Oh, wow, they have him way down in single A. All right, guys. Oh, well, I don't know what else to say about that. We did get two good players. We had to give up a lot, and then we went ahead and did what we had to do to get some of relievers back. I'm going to take a look at the free agent market on my own, and maybe we'll have a couple more players, maybe a low-rated catcher that we can have in the minors for future improvement. Who knows? But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to come back tomorrow with that game against the White Sox. Until then, everyone, have a great day.